Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to some more Heroes of the Storm. Today I'm gonna be going over a build that is great for this hero right here that got recently added into the actual Nexus. It's going to be none other than Kael'thas, the most recent addition. Now the very first talent we're gonna be picking is going to be Mana Addict. In this video I'm gonna go over the abilities, over the different combinations that you can do with this hero. Gonna go over the actual talent build obviously, and on top of that I'm also gonna try and show you some gameplay while actually, you know, giving commentary and all that at the same time. So basically what this hero is all about is dishing out the damage, okay? That is basically what this hero is meant for. He does an incredible amount of damage if played correctly, and if played poorly you will go down about 100 times because he has like a health pool that everyone else would laugh at. Like he dies incredibly quickly. Looks like we're up against an Asmodan and a Arthas over here. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Now, first talent we went for right there was gonna be, as you could see right there, the, oh, gotta be real careful here for a second. Was gonna be the Mana Addict. That one will allow us to basically be fine for mana the entire way through, and actually, is he gonna go down here? Wow, interesting. Alright, I'm just gonna kill this guy really quickly to get that health glow. Now, basically what this hero is all about, like I mentioned already, is dishing out the damage. Now, in the actual in-game settings, it is said that this is an easy hero to play, and I don't think I could disagree more because this is one of the absolute hardest heroes in the game. I feel like there is an incredible high skill ceiling with this guy, and the main reason for that is because of the fact that my passive trait, which is the D ability right there, basically has... Is this guy really gonna... Wow. You can't actually nuke down a lily like that. But basically what my passive trait does, it automatically empowers any of my other abilities that I got. So what happens is that as long as I activate my D ability, which is the trait, I can do that every couple of seconds, I can empower one of my other abilities. And I'm gonna do it once here. And yeah, Arthas is just not having it today. I mean, alright. But that's one thing to note about this hero right from the bat. Now, as far as the abilities go, I got a Q ability, which is an AoE sort of, I guess you could call it like a chain damage dealer. He's actually out of mana, so I think we're fine. So there you go and see the Flamestrike. Basically what happens after a couple seconds, it gets activated and you do a lot of AoE damage. That's actually where, for example, the main source of damage come from. Then my W ability, by the way, we're gonna go with the Envenom ability next. But the W ability is basically a single target damage over time spell. So what happens, I can throw that on an enemy and they will take a substantial amount of damage over time. And then the E ability is kind of the cute one. Basically what happens is you stun someone. And while it may sound kind of silly, it actually does a lot. Look, for example, right there, that guy is stunned right there. He is cancelled with whatever he was casting. And on top of that, he's also gonna be... Wow, this guy is just not having it. No! Get him! Oh, I got him. The living bomb right there did go off. So, on top of that, obviously, you will be able to basically counter whatever is going on for your opponents. And, you know, it's great for, like, ultimates and... you know, anything that really requires a casting time. Now, basically what happens, as soon as I hit my D ability, the Verdant Spheres, and then I hit my Q ability, the range on it becomes, or the amount of damage, or the size of the circle gets a lot bigger. So that's one thing important to note right there. With the W ability, I can basically cast it multiple times. And that is obviously great because it will explode the very first one that is applied to it. But it allows you to do a little bit of burst damage. And the E ability, the Gravity Lapse, which usually like throws up the enemies into the air, will then have the chance to actually get hit 3 times. So you can basically play this guy in like 100 different ways. I feel like there are... Well, this guy is also gonna have trouble here. Oh, got him. Sweet. But basically there's like different ways you can be activating those abilities, and obviously if you cycle between them properly, you're gonna be able to do a heck of a lot of damage. Next talent we're gonna be going for is gonna be Fission Bomb. Now, as always, if you're only interested in the build guide, I will be leaving that one right below the like button in the video below, so you can give that one a try. Got him. Great. Get out of here. I really don't actually want to fight these guys head on, though. I'm gonna need some help here, sir. Could you consider moving on? Okay, well, fine. I'll just... Yeah, alright. I'll just try and do some damage then. At the very least, they're all pushed to the middle lane right now, which allows us to get a little bit of extra experience in the top and the mid lane. Now, there are some cool combinations that you can do with this hero that you may have like already guessed right off the bat. For example, one thing that is viable is hitting the E ability, which is gonna be the throwing up in the sky sort of thing. And then following it up, oh my god, I need to be careful here. Following it up with the activated verdant spheres and then the Q ability. And what happens is basically they're up in the air, you can put down the Flamestrike below them and, you know, activate the fishing strike, or the living bomb, which is now gonna be called the fishing bomb. And it's gonna be, you know, giving you a lot of extra additional damage. And over time, you know, obviously that will just get stronger the longer the game goes on. And there's obviously like tons of different ways you can activate these abilities and the order you can activate them in. But what you may have noticed as well is that we lack a severe amount of survivability. So this is actually a combination right there. Oh my god, get him! That's the combination right there. But this guy obviously lacks a lot of survivability. We have very little in terms of staying alive. We don't really have a lot of health either. And we have very little... Oh, gonna try and save him. Didn't actually quite get it, but... we don't really have very many ways of getting out of trouble. Unless you hit your D ability and then the gravity lapse to, like, you know, get people off of you, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble if you don't do otherwise. Now, I'm gonna go with Phoenix right here at level 10. The reason for that is not because Pyroblast isn't good, but I found it pretty hard to get Pyroblast to work properly. There's a lot of cool ways you can be using that one in. But, well, I can try and show you right here. So that's the Phoenix right there, and basically what happens, it's gonna be put down, you can zone enemies out of a little area, but it's an insta-cast and it does a lot of damage. Now on top of that, the cooldown on it is very low. Now the other options that we have is gonna be Pyroblast. Like I mentioned, it's great, it's extremely potent, it has a lot of like damage that you can do with it, but getting it actually off is the most difficult part. Now I'm gonna go for her right here, and she's dead. I'm sorry. Oh. There we go. He's dead as well, even though he's now turned into a bot, which is unfortunate for him. But we're already starting to do a pretty reasonable amount of hero damage right here. I'll be honest that my opponents aren't the very best in the game, it feels like, but I mean, we're still making work. We're still making work. We'll be pushing the fort right now as well. But whenever you're not sure what talent to go for, just go with the Phoenix. Like the Phoenix is gonna be a great all-rounder. Whereas the Pyroblast is a little bit more risky, and you can't really use it for like zoning and all that. You can basically only really use it for, oh well. Ooh. You can basically only use it if your opponents don't have any interrupt. So if there's like a Muradin on the opponent's team, or a Thrall on the opponent's team, or a Raynor on the opponent's team, it's just very difficult to make it work. Now it looks like we're just gonna push a little bit more forward right here, getting more of these Radiant Globes, although as you can see already, 180 extra health. Oh, God. Okay, he will go down incredibly fast. Oh my god. That's pretty insane. But yeah, the one thing though to keep in mind, I've been playing some other heroes as well since this guy came out, and if you play this guy too aggressively and you get caught off guard, you will simply just end up going down. Like there's no way to stay alive if you overextend. Next talent we're gonna be going for, we could be going for the Flamethrower, but I actually really enjoy going with the Chain Bomb. Now if you go for a Flamethrower right here, it increases the range of your Q ability substantially and allows you to cast it from a massive distance. But I actually prefer going for the other one. Now if you do go for the Flamethrower, and you do like that additional damage, or the additional range, you could also be going for the Gathering Power at tier number 2, and you could even consider going for Netherwind as well in some occasions. But I generally like going with this build right here. It's just very strong all round, doesn't really have a specific weakness. And Chain Bomb, basically what it does, once the Living Bomb explodes, which obviously happens every now and then. Oh god. Oh, I will be able to get her down as well, but I do end up falling myself. Well, I guess it's 2 for once, it's not that bad. But if you, what was I saying? I was saying something. I completely blanked out right there. Got distracted by Vala, who was hiding in the bush right there. But if you play this guy incorrectly, you will go down very rapidly. You gotta try and stay alive. It feels very similar to, for example, a health pool of Jaina. Also someone who doesn't really stay alive very easily, but at the very least you can like sort of slow targets and get out of trouble. Very like similar to someone like Vala, which allows you to, at the very least, like roll out of trouble. And, you know, like it all in all, it's just very difficult to stay alive with this guy if you are overextending. So I can understand you do like Flamethrower in a lot of scenarios, but I would consider going for Chain Bomb. That just simply does more damage. Now, like I mentioned, the different talent options that you have, okay? So at tier 1, we went for the Mana Addict. Honestly, that should be one that you go for every single time. I wouldn't really consider going for anything else. It's just incredibly powerful. They're pushing bot right now. I mean, don't really know what they're expecting to get with that. But that honestly should really be your go-to strategy. Wow, he actually kicked him away. I tried nuking him down, but... Alright, fair enough. Ooh! The damage, man, it's insane. Gotta go for Ignite here. That allows me to apply Living Bomb whenever I hit my Q ability. Gotta try and get out. Gonna need some help from the Jaina's and the Lilies, who are coming in right now. So basically, as soon as I hit my Flamestrike right now, it will also apply Living Bomb. And it does a heck of a lot of damage, as you can see. Now, at tier 2, like I mentioned, you have a couple of different options. I like Envenom, especially when you are laning solo. It allows for a lot of damage, and, you know, it's just nice. You can apply it every, I don't know even how long it is, 60 seconds. And it's great for just all-round damage. And you can also be going for Gathering Power if you're confident in your ability of not dying. And in that sense, I would go with the... Oh, trying to nuke someone down. Oh, get him! Oh my god. But in that sense, I would also be going for the extra range on the Flamestrike just because of the extra, you know, the extra mobility you will be able to get out of that. And if you don't die, you obviously will stay alive longer, which is going to give you a big advantage when playing that idea. Tier 7, at level 7 rather, I would not consider going for anything else. It's extremely powerful. You should be going for Fishing Strike pretty much every single time. For the simple reason that allows you to... Wow, he's just overextending. For the simple reason that it allows you to do more damage with your Living Bomb, which is great for everything. For everything else, you could be going maybe for Clairvoyance in some scenarios, but honestly, just go with Fishing Bomb. It's great. Like I mentioned, tier 10, level 10, you have a couple of different options you could be going for. Main one you should be going for, though, is going to be the Phoenix. Should be allowing you to stay alive for a little bit longer. Now, Lily is currently broken, so she does a lot more healing than she's supposed to. God, I'm overextending now, though. I should get out of here. Unless I can get another one of these Phoenixes off. I mean, I'll stick around. Oh my god, we may actually just have a game-winning push right here. I mean, the amount of damage we're dealing is insane. Okay, let's just get back. Just head back. Don't overextend. Oh my god, that's pretty crazy though. You managed to push all everything. So, yeah, at level 10, you know, go for the Phoenix in most scenarios unless you know that they don't have any interrupts. At the level 16, like I discussed, Flamethrower, Chain Bomb should be your go-to strategy. Ignite or Backdraft if you need the extra slows. Sort of feels like the Frost multi-shot option of Vala in a lot of scenarios. But Ignite is very nice. And at level 20, your go-to tank or your go-to talent should be Bolt of the Storm. It does allow you a lot more mobility around the map, and that is really what this guy is lacking. But as you can see, hero damage-wise and siege damage-wise, we're doing really well. And that is oftentimes what happens when you are playing this guy. Now, I don't know if you actually will be able to make it to level 10 or level 20. But the talent I would go for would be Bolt of the Storm, just for the additional damage. Or the additional mobility that it does grant you. So, hopefully this video, at the very least, showed you some of the potential of this guy. Very, very powerful if played correctly. You do need a team composition that allows you to play this guy, though. If you lack a healer, for example, it becomes a lot more difficult. You have a low health pool to begin with anyway. And, you know, you're gonna need the extra support. Now, let's just push the core and finish off this game. Now, as always, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to post them down below. Oh my god, Lowko, are you gonna go down last second? No, don't. If you have any questions, feel free to post them down below in the comment section of this video. I will try my very hardest to answer anything and everything. And I will try my very hardest to stay alive here. Oh my god, will they be able to stop us? No. No, dude. Ooh. Alright, it looks like we're good. And also, I have put the actual build that I've been playing in this video right down below as well, so you can give it a try yourself. Other than that, I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, and I will see you in the next one.